right, listen up. I need you to hear me loud and clear today. Too many of you out there are chasing, running, and bending over backwards for someone who's not even meeting you halfway. Let me tell you something. Value yourself enough to let them come to you. You see, life isn't about forcing connections. What's meant for you will come naturally, but only if you're standing in your power. So stop running after people who aren't running towards you. Today, we're going to talk about how to let go, step back, and create the space for what's meant to come into your life. It's time to let them come to you. You ready? Let's go. Knowing your worth is the foundation of any healthy relationship or interaction. It begins with understanding who you are, what you bring to the table, and what you deserve. When you recognize your own value, you stop settling for less than what aligns with your standards and goals. This isn't about arrogance. It's about having confidence in your abilities, qualities, and the energy you bring into the world. People who know their worth don't allow others to dictate their self-esteem or compromise their principles to gain approval. Setting boundaries goes hand in hand with knowing your worth. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, but guidelines that teach others how to treat you. They define what is acceptable and what is not, ensuring that your emotional, mental, and physical space is respected. Without boundaries, it's easy to become a people pleaser, putting others' needs above your own at the cost of your happiness. However, when you establish clear boundaries, you communicate that you respect yourself and expect the same from others. Setting boundaries doesn't require confrontation. It's about consistency. If someone crosses the line, your response should reflect your values and standards, whether it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you or walking away from situations that feel toxic. Boundaries help protect your peace. When you know your worth and enforce your boundaries, you naturally attract people who respect you and repel those who don't. This self-awareness creates healthier dynamics and ensures you are surrounded by individuals who value and uplift you rather than drain or diminish you. Focusing on your own growth and goals is essential to building the life you truly want. When you prioritize self-improvement, you shift your energy away from external validation and toward becoming the best version of yourself. This involves setting clear personal goals, whether in your career, education, health, or relationships, and taking intentional steps to achieve them. Growth is a process that requires discipline, self-reflection, and the courage to step out of your comfort zone. When you focus on yourself, you naturally develop qualities like confidence, resilience, and independence. These traits not only enhance your self-esteem, but also make you more attractive to others. People are drawn to individuals who have a sense of purpose and are actively working toward their dreams. By concentrating on your goals, you avoid getting caught up in chasing relationships or situations that distract you from your path. Instead, you create a life so fulfilling and meaningful that others are inspired to join you on your journey. Focusing on personal growth also helps you identify what truly matters to you. When you're clear about your values and priorities, you're less likely to settle for anything or anyone that doesn't align with your vision. This clarity empowers you to make better decisions and avoid situations that drain your energy or hinder your progress. It's not about being selfish. It's about recognizing that you can only give your best to others when you're thriving within yourself. Moreover, working on your goals gives you a sense of accomplishment and control over your life. Each step forward builds momentum, reminding you of your capabilities and reinforcing your sense of self-worth. When you focus on growth, you shift your energy inward, cultivating a life of purpose and fulfillment that allows the right opportunities and people to come to you naturally. Stop chasing and let them miss you. It's one of the most powerful shifts you can make in relationships. When you constantly pursue someone, you create an imbalance where they begin to take your presence, energy, and efforts for granted. Chasing often comes from a place of insecurity, fear of loss, or the belief that you must prove your worth. But the truth is, real connections aren't forced or one-sided. When you pull back and stop chasing, you give the other person the space to evaluate your absence and realize what they might be losing. Allowing someone to miss you creates an opportunity for them to reflect on your value. It shifts the dynamic from you seeking their attention to them acknowledging your importance. People often don't appreciate what's always readily available. Scarcity has a way of heightening value. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. Instead, it's about respecting yourself enough to not overextend for someone who isn't reciprocating. End quote. When you stop chasing, you also regain control over your energy and focus. You redirect that energy toward your own growth, passions, and happiness, which naturally makes you more attractive. Confidence and independence are magnetic traits that draw others in. The act of stepping back signals that you know your worth and won't settle for a dynamic where you're the only one putting in effort. This approach also helps you see the truth about the relationship. If someone values you, they'll step up when you stop chasing. If they don't, it's a clear indication that they're not willing to invest in you the way you deserve. By letting them miss you, you not only protect your self-worth, but also create the opportunity for a more balanced, mutual connection. Being clear about what you want in a relationship is essential for building healthy and fulfilling connections. When you have a clear vision of your needs, values, and expectations, you set a standard that guides your decisions and interactions. Clarity helps you avoid wasting time and energy on situations or people who don't align with your goals. It's not about being rigid or controlling. It's about knowing what's truly important to you and refusing to settle for less. When you're clear about what you want, you can communicate your needs effectively. This prevents misunderstandings and ensures that both you and the other person are on the same page. Clear communication is key to any successful relationship because it creates transparency and trust. It also sets the tone for mutual respect, as the other person understands that you value your time and emotions enough to articulate your boundaries and desires. Knowing what you want also protects you from falling into patterns of compromise that leave you unfulfilled. Too often, people enter relationships without a strong sense of self or a clear understanding of their priorities, leading to situations where they accept behavior or circumstances that don't serve their happiness. When you define your non-negotiables, whether it's respect, honesty, emotional support, or shared values, you create a filter that helps you identify the right connections. And more importantly, you create the filter that helps you identify the right connections. Being clear about your desires doesn't mean demanding perfection. It's about being intentional. It allows you to attract and build relationships with people who share your vision and are willing to meet you halfway. This clarity not only strengthens your sense of self, but also fosters connections that are genuine, balanced, and rooted in mutual respect. Confidence attracts, desperation repels. Confidence is one of the most magnetic traits a person can have. It stems from self-assurance, knowing your worth, and not needing external validation to feel complete. When you exude confidence, you naturally draw people toward you because it signals that you're secure in who you are. Confident individuals carry themselves with grace and certainty, creating an aura that commands respect and admiration. Their desperation, on the other hand, sends the opposite message. It communicates neediness, insecurity, and a lack of self-respect. When you act out of desperation, whether it's constantly seeking approval, over-texting, or bending over backward to gain someone's attention, it often pushes people away. Desperation creates pressure, and no one wants to feel obligated or forced into a connection. Confidence, however, is rooted in abundance. It shows that you value yourself and believe that what's meant for you will come without excessive effort or pleading. It's about trusting that you bring something unique to the table and knowing that if one person doesn't recognize it, someone else will. Confidence allows you to remain calm and composed, even in the face of rejection, because you know your worth isn't tied to any one person's opinion. When you're confident, you also set boundaries and standards that communicate self-respect. This naturally draws people who value and appreciate those qualities. Desperation, by contrast, leads to lowering standards and compromising on things that matter, which can result in unhealthy dynamics. By focusing on building your confidence, you shift your energy in a way that attracts healthy, balanced relationships, while repelling those who might take advantage of insecurity. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about self-assurance, and it's the key to fostering genuine, lasting connections. Maintaining your independence and identity is crucial in any relationship. It's easy to lose yourself when you prioritize someone else's needs, desires, or opinions over your own. However, true connections thrive when both individuals retain their sense of self and bring their unique strengths, passions, and individuality to the table. Independence doesn't mean being distant or unavailable. It means having a life, goals, and interests outside of the relationship that make you feel fulfilled and whole. When you maintain your independence, you avoid becoming overly dependent on your partner for happiness or validation. This creates a healthy balance, where the relationship enhances your life instead of defining it. It's about knowing who you are, standing by your values, and pursuing your personal dreams, even as you build a connection with someone else. Independence strengthens your confidence and prevents resentment, as you don't feel like you've sacrificed your identity to fit someone else's expectations. Retaining your identity also ensures that your individuality remains a source of attraction. People are drawn to those who are passionate, ambitious, and self-sufficient. When you have your own hobbies, friendships, and aspirations, it shows that you have a life worth sharing, not one that revolves solely around another person. This balance not only fosters respect, but also keeps the relationship fresh and dynamic. When you build it from a truth, this balance not only fosters respect, but also keeps the relationship fresh and dynamic. Independence also helps you navigate challenges more effectively. When conflicts arise, having a strong sense of self allows you to approach the situation with clarity and confidence, rather than fear or insecurity. It empowers you to stand firm in your boundaries and decisions, ensuring that your needs are met without compromising who you are. Maintaining your independence is a powerful way to build relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and admiration. Respect is earned, not demanded. In any relationship or interaction, respect is built through consistent actions, integrity, and mutual understanding. It's not something you can force or expect simply because of your position, role, or desires. People naturally respect those who respect themselves and others, carry themselves with dignity, and demonstrate their values through their behavior. As a manager, earning respect begins with how you treat yourself. When you value your time, energy, and boundaries, you set the tone for how others should treat you. Self-respect is reflected in your choices. Whether it's the way you carry yourself, the standards you uphold, or the relationships you maintain. When you consistently honor your principles, people recognize your inner strength and naturally respond with respect. At the same time, respecting others is equally important. Treating people with kindness, empathy, and fairness shows that you value their humanity, regardless of differences. Respect isn't about agreeing with everyone, it's about acknowledging their worth and treating them as you would want to be treated. When you give respect freely, it creates a foundation for mutual understanding and trust. Demanding respect, on the other hand, often leads to resistance and conflict. People are more likely to respect those who lead by example than those who rely on authority or intimidation. True respect is earned over time through actions, not words. It requires consistency, humility, and the ability to take responsibility for your behavior. When you earn respect, It creates healthier dynamics in your relationships. Others see you as someone they can trust, rely on, and admire. It sets the stage for deeper connections, where both parties feel valued and appreciated. Respect is a two-way street, and earning it starts with embodying the qualities you want to see in others. People value what they work for. When something comes too easily or without effort, it often goes underappreciated. This principle applies to relationships, careers, and almost every area of life. When you make everything too accessible for someone, your time, energy, or affection, they may not fully understand its worth. On the other hand, when someone has to invest effort, time, and thought into earning your attention or building a connection, they develop a deeper sense of appreciation for it. This isn't about playing games. It's about fostering mutual effort. Relationships, in particular, thrive when both parties are equally invested. If one person is doing all the work while the other is passive, it creates an imbalance that can lead to resentment or complacency. By encouraging others to put in effort, you create a dynamic where both sides are contributing and valuing what's being built together. When someone works for something, they form a connection to it. This is why we tend to cherish goals we've worked hard to achieve, or relationships where we've invested genuine time and energy. The act of working towards something creates a sense of commitment and pride that can't be replicated when things are simply handed over. This principle also ties back to self-respect. When you know your worth, you won't allow yourself to be undervalued or taken for granted. You'll recognize the importance of requiring effort, not as a test, but as a way to ensure that what you offer is truly respected. Allowing others to earn your trust and presence doesn't diminish your kindness or generosity. It strengthens the foundation of any connection by ensuring it's built on mutual effort and genuine appreciation. Trust timing. What's meant for you will come. Patience is a powerful tool in life, especially when it comes to relationships, goals, and dreams. Sometimes we can get caught up in wanting things to happen right away, or enforcing situations to fit our timeline. But real growth, real love, and real success don't always follow our schedules. They unfold when the timing is right. Trusting the timing of your life means understanding that there's a bigger picture, and everything has its season. When you rush things or force outcomes, you often miss the lessons, growth, and connections that come with waiting. Things that happen too quickly can lack the depth and stability needed to thrive in the long term. When you trust the timing, you allow space for the right people and opportunities to enter your life when you're truly ready for them. And this doesn't mean being passive or inactive, but rather being intentional and wise in how you approach your goals. It means not rushing into relationships, opportunities, or decisions just to fill a void or satisfy impatience. It means aligning yourself with your vision and being present in the process, knowing that everything is working out as it should. Trusting timing also means understanding that rejection, setbacks, or delays are not roadblocks, but part of the journey. Sometimes the universe, or life itself, has bigger plans for you than you could imagine. Patience and trust in the timing of your life will lead you to the people, places, and experiences that are truly aligned with your purpose at just the right moment. Let actions speak louder than words. Words are easy, anyone can say anything, but actions reveal the truth. In relationships and life, it's not what people say that matters most, it's what they do. Words can be convincing, sweet, or comforting in the moment, but actions prove intention, commitment, and sincerity. When someone consistently shows up for you, takes meaningful steps to demonstrate their care, or follows through on their promises, that's when you know you can trust them. Actions don't lie. They reflect a person's values, priorities, and level of respect. For example, someone can tell you how much they care, But if their actions don't align with their words, the truth becomes clear. People reveal who they are through their choices, behaviors, and the way they treat others, especially in difficult situations. When it comes to your own life, let your actions speak for you as well. Don't just talk about what you want to achieve, who you want to become, or the person you want to be in a relationship. Show it. The work you put into yourself, the effort you make in your personal development, and the way you live out your values will reflect the depth of your intentions. Letting actions speak louder than words creates authenticity. It eliminates confusion and sets clear expectations, both for yourself and for others. Whether it's in love, business, or friendships, actions tell the real story. Words are just the surface. What truly matters is what's underneath, and that's revealed through consistent, meaningful action. In conclusion, remember this: you are worthy of love, respect, and the best life has to offer. But it starts with you. Knowing your worth, setting boundaries, and focusing on your own growth creates a strong foundation for everything that follows. Stop chasing and let what's meant for you come to you. Be clear about what you want, maintain your independence, and trust that the right people will recognize your value and meet you halfway. Let your actions speak louder than words, because it's what you do, not what you say, that truly defines you. The timing of your life is never off track. What's meant for you will always find its way. So trust the process, trust yourself, and know that your best is yet to come. When you live with confidence, clarity, and patience, you create a life where the right relationships, opportunities, and experiences will naturally align. Stay grounded in your power and let the world come to you.